Welcome to Bristol, everybody. Race number 2 for Division 1. Let's go ahead and start qualifying. Before we start, we have a new driver who has competed in Season 1 and 2. That is the 94 of Hunter Blade. He makes his return tonight. Now the 29 Colton Harmon is not in this race, and his replacement driver, Brandon Nelson, is not in this race as well. At this moment in time, we have 44 drivers signed up in Division 1, but only 42 can race. So I'm not really sure what we're going to do with that. We'll have to figure some stuff out. So who is going to get the pole? Looks like the first time around, the 16, Sahara Rocha, she'll have the pole. See if she can hold on to it. The lap times are really close. And something really weird here, we only have 28 drivers that have qualified. That's weird. Real quick. We've got a lot more than 28 drivers, so a lot of drivers not making their first lap, or any lap. Now it looks like the 9 of Bruce Zero is going to be the pole sitter. Bruiser and Sahara Rocha, two veterans in this series. Both of them had fought it out for the Season 1 championship. Now they start on the front row. Bruiser, he has always been kind of a factor, if you will, in the championship. Last season he won at Atlanta, and he was near the front in the points most of the time. Season 1, though, he just came out of nowhere at the end of the season, won at Phoenix, and came into the final race and almost won the championship. He had a lot of stuff happen to him, but then he was taken out later in the race. So I believe that's the end of qualifying. Yep, it is. Let's go ahead and get ready for the race.
Drivers, to your cars.
So the 9, Bruce Zero, he starts out front. The 16, Sahara Rocha, starts beside him. Sahara did not have a good season during season number 2. She's hoping to have a rebound this time around. Second row, we've got the 00 of Tony Hernandez, the 51 of Foxy Pirate beside him. Starting in 5th place, the 18 of Mike Afton. We've got the 7 of Reese Spletzer. Didn't have a great run at Daytona. Hoping to have a good run tonight. He starts in the top 10. Got the 39 of Jacob Britt. Beside him, the 99 Destiny Borg. She did not have a good race as well. One of the drivers out. She starts in the top 10. Behind them, the 12, Brendan Hancock, and the 38 of Axel Zero. Got the 17 of Alexander Jones, the 44 of Equan Hazem. Got the 95 of Tavis Haken, the 02 of Logan York, the 45 Osman Hamid. Got the 15, that is Colby Harris. Then we've got the 50 of Laura Lee Wiebe. Didn't have too bad of a run in the 500 last week. Hoping to have another solid run tonight. Beside her, the 86 Nonigan Scott. Nonigan didn't have a great run at Daytona. Still didn't finish too terribly bad. Then you've got the 11 of Callie Hancock, the race winner last week, getting her second Daytona victory. Beside her, the 55 Bean Wiebe. Got the 75 Andy Rollo. Beside him, the 94 Hunter Blade. Driver making his first start tonight. Then have the 54, that's Noah Kim. The 8 of Ron Jackson starts beside him. Finished second in the 500 last week. Almost got his first win of his career. Then we've got the 22 of Jeremiah Dwayne. The 2 of Brian Lancaster. We've got the 3 of Chris Spletzer. 26 of Daniel Voiles. We've got the 73 of Carter Joey. The 1 of Cole DeMarco, the 24 of Matt Pouchot, the 14 of, Jackson Kelsey. Sorry about that. Got the 21, that is Kyle Vickers, the 96 of Jeff Light. We've got the 4 of Robbie Bannister, the 6 of Skylar Rocha. We've got the 5 of Samad Oskin, the 08 of Carl Hernandez. We've got the 48 of Ryan Benjamin, the 10 of Bryson Bannister, And in the final row, the 13, that is Colin Murphy. Beside him, the 56 of Ricky Freeman Jr.
Drivers, start your engines.
So the driver's getting the command to start the engines. Only the first 28 drivers had actually posted a qualifying lap. Everybody else did not. So drivers coming out onto the track. 200 laps is the race distance. And it could be a wild race. It is Bristol after all. So the 9 of Bruzero going to lead the field to the green, coming off of turn number 4. And they're going to get the green flag. Bruzero just takes off like a rocket ship. And that's going to allow the 16 of Sahara Rocha to jump down low. Front row, pretty good starting spot. Nine of Bruzero out front. A lot of racing in the back of the field. Battle for the lead. Sahara trying to get underneath of the number 9 of Bruzero. Not able to do that yet. Back in the field, 3 wide. I think that's the 44 of Iquan Hazem. Racing very aggressively back here, very close to each other. They'll settle back down to 2 wide. Up front, the 16 Sarah Rocha, she has fallen away from the number 9 of Bruzero. 00 of Tony Hernandez now, trying to get up to the 16, takes second place away. Mike Afton, he is up to 4th, and 5th is the 39 of Jacob Britt. Brendan Hancock back there in 6th place. 7th is the number 7 of Reese Spletzer. You've got the 51 of Foxy Pirate. And Lorelei Weeby down into 9th position. Now 10th place is the 11 of Callie Hancock, the race winner last week. Battle for the lead again, the number 9 Bruzero and the 16 Sahara Rocha. Bruce trying to hold her off. Bruce trying to go for his 2nd win in his career. I'm sorry, 3rd win. He's won 1 race in each season. Has not won a race yet. In the back of the field, you see the 55, Bean Weeby. He has fallen all the way to last. Ron Jackson as well, he is back here. These drivers back here, they're just trying to fight and stay on the lead lap, because once the leaders start catching this group of cars, it's gonna be a mess back here. I mean, more of it, or more than it is now. See the drivers bouncing off of each other and door checking each other in the turns, and they're just trying to fight for position, try to get themselves in the correct position, and hopefully they don't go a lap down. That's what they're pretty much hoping. Bryson Bannister up the middle around the 17 of Alexander Jones. Been caution free so far. A lot of good racing though. A lot of single file up near the front. Battle for 7th place. Here comes the 51 of Foxy Pirate. And look at this lead change. The 16 Sarah Roach, she's going to go to the front. And now the 9 of Bruzero is going to fall back to 3rd, possibly even back to 4th or 5th. 00 of Tony Hernandez now running in 2nd. Got the 16. Or I'm sorry, you've got the 39 of Jacob Britt running in third. He won the Truck Series championship last season, looking for a Cup Series win though. A lot of single file, but there are some double file racing up. There's some double file racing at certain parts of this track. See, Bean Weeby, he has moved up from last. He has gained about 6 positions. Now Bryson Bannister running in last, trying to get past the 54 of Noah Kim, and the race leader is right there. Sahara is coming. Noah Kim didn't have a great run at Daytona, and obviously right now not having a good run either. He could be put a lap down in just a few laps. He needs to get past some drivers. Back here, the 00, Tony Hernandez, still in second, but he is trying to hold off Jacob Britt, Bruce Zero, and many others. Well, the 12, Brendan Hancock as well. Top 5 drivers within about a second and a half. You've got 6th through 10th, about 3.5 to 4.5 seconds behind the race leader. So 16, Sarah Rocha leading this race early. Took the lead away from the pole sitter of Bruce Zero. And Sahara is catching that 54 of Noah Kim. We've been caution-free so far tonight. 20 laps in, now 21 laps in. See the race leader there, that number 16. Then about a second behind her, the 00 and the 39. Jacob trying to take second away from the 00 of Tony Hernandez. So this could open up the gap. Or, I mean, this could close the gap between the 16 and the 00. 00 of Tony Hernandez. He could possibly catch up to the 16, Sarah Rocha, and maybe pass her for position. Take the lead away. Not sure how good she's going to be at getting past lap traffic. But she has caught the 54 of Noah Kim. And Noah could be in a good position if he could catch up to some of these drivers here. Well, we see Bean Weeby in the 44 of Equana Zim almost made some contact. I think Bean might have just passed that 44 on the outside. You see Ron Jackson going to the outside. Ron is going to fall back a little bit. Back here, Sarah Roach on the back bumper of the 54, Noah Kim. And Noah trying to get underneath the 15 of Colby Harris. Not happening yet, but a huge stack up at this little group at the front of it. And now Sahara going to go past Nonigan Scott and Noah Kim, 3 wide. And you see 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They have caught up to Sahara immediately. Oh, almost a little bit of contact there between Noah Kim and Tony. So now Sahara doing some damage to the field. She's going to start putting drivers a lap down. Ron Jackson, 2nd place in points. He is going to go a lap down. And somehow, Bean Weeby has really checked out from this little group of cars. Oh, a little bit of contact. Brendan Hancock into the 9 of Bruce Zero. That was for 4th. So Brendan is going to fall back a little bit. He is possibly going to lose 5th. Here comes the 51 of Foxy Pirate. Haven't seen any contact yet, and we just did. And with all this happening, the 39 of Jacob Britt, he has moved into 2nd. He is still well over a second behind the race leader, Sahara Rocha. Sahara now trying to get past the 17 and the 15. It is pretty early in this race still. If we get a caution or something here soon, you could possibly get your lap back. of Colby Harris all over the back of the 17 of Alexander Jones. Both drivers in danger of going a lap down, trying to stay on the lead lap. But Sahara not taking any prisoners. She is going to get past that 15. You want to be the first driver that is a lap down, because when we have a restart, if you start up beside the race leader and you can get a good run, oh, a little bit of contact there. If you can get a good run, a good restart, you could potentially get past the race leader, unlap yourself, and then you just have to hope for a caution. And that could change your entire race. Go back, we'll go up a little bit through the field. A little bit of 3 wide. You see the 26 Daniel Voiles, the 14 Jackson Kelsey, the 38 of Axel Zero. They're 3 wide. Daniel gonna fall back. A lot of drivers here trying to get past lap traffic. 00 of Tony Hernandez did take second place away from that number 39, but they are over 2 seconds behind now. The 16 Sarah Rocha trying to put the 17 of Alexander Jones a lap down. And she's got Ron Jackson right behind her. He's trying to get his lap back. And after they pass that 17, they are going to have more drivers to get past. Little group of cars here battling. That 55, Bean Weeby, he is really fast right now. He has been able to work his way from last to, I'm not really sure what position he's in right now. I think he is, in almost the top 30. Yeah, Bean Weeby 33rd. He was the last about 15, 20 laps ago. And Bean Weeby doing pretty good right now. He is really, once he gets past like a group of cars, he is able to pull away. Same with that 44 if Equana is in. See, the 16th, Sarah Roach is still having issues. Oh, she's going to be stuck on the outside. This is going to hurt her. And Ron might be able to get down low. Maybe not. This is going to hurt her time, though. Tony Hernandez is going to really be able to reel her in. Gain a lot of ground this time. Double zero gained about a quarter of a second that last lap. 16, now she has enough lap traffic between her and Tony that it really isn't going to affect her too much. At least not right now. She has not been able to get past that 17. The 17, Alexander Jones. He has been fighting hard. Alexander slips up just a little bit. 16's there, but she cannot get past the 17. He is just, I don't know, he's just that good, I guess, at this point in the race, but almost a lap down. There's the 00 Tony Hernandez. You see the 54 and the 8. They're trying to get past that 16. Here goes the 16 now down low. Sahara going to pass the 17 of Alexander. Noah Kim and Ron Jackson battling beside these drivers. Noah maybe can try to get his lap back. Tony Hernandez, the 00, he has nowhere to go. So it's been a caution-free race so far. 50 laps now in the books here at Bristol. 16 of Sahara Rocha out front. She has dominated this race. She took the lead away from the 9 of Bruce Zero. about 30, well, about 35, 40 laps ago. She has been out front ever since. Go back here to second place. That's the 00 of Tony Hernandez. Third place, Brenton Hancock. He has really worked his way up. He was around 10th at the start of this race. Worked his way up to about 5th, 6th place. Now he is up to 3rd. Further back in 4th place, the 9 of Bruce Zero. Oop. And Andy Rollo, the 75, he has worked his way up into the top 5. Great run for him. 6th place, the 11 of Callie Hancock, the winner last week. Almost in the top 5. Got the 4 of Robbie Bannister. He is up to 7th. 8th place, Jeremiah Dwayne, the absolute unit. 9th is the 7 of Reese Spletzer. And 10th, the 51 Foxy Pirate. 51 has actually fallen back. He was near the top 5. Back in 11th place, you've got the 73 of Carter Joey. You got the 10 of Bryson Bannister, who is 12th now. See Chris Spletzer and Skylar Rocha battling beside each other. Chris wants a good finish. Lorelei Wiebe, she is starting to move up towards the front. That time by, Chris was 13th. Lorelei was 15th. She is going to go up to 13th. Now Chris falling back to 14th. 15th is 39, Jacob Britt. You got the 45 of Osman Hamid. He is running in 16th. Matt Pucho in 17th. 18th is the 18 of Mike Afton. Look at back here. A lot of action. Holy moly. Thought they were going to wreck coming off of turn 2. And they somehow kept it going straight. That one's starting to get a little more crazy, a little more hectic. Anyway, back in 19th, we've got the 21 Kyle Vickers, and rounding out the top 20 is the 48 of Ryan Benjamin. 21st is the 96 of Jeff Light. Got Tavis Aiken back here in 22nd. 23rd, the 5 of Sam Adoskin. Didn't have a great speed weeks. Hoping to have a good run tonight. He's running 23rd, not a terrible run, but it could definitely be a lot better. Got the 13 of Colin Murphy. He is in 24th, 25th. 56 of Ricky Freeman Jr. started last. Good little rebound for him so far. 94 of Hunter Blade running in 26th position. His debut race back after missing the Daytona 500. Behind him, the 02 Logan York. Got Brian Lancaster. He is in 28th position. 29th, the 38 of Axel Zero. 30th, the 99 of Destiny Borg. They've got 31st, the 1 of Cole DeMarco. Bean Wiebe 32nd. He is trying to gain as many positions as he can. Behind Bean is the 08 of Carl Hernandez. 33rd position. 34th, the 14 of Jackson Kelsey. And he is the last driver on the lead lap. You got the 16 then of Sahara Rocha. Just put Daniel Voiles a lap down. Equana Zim and many others. So Sahara, huge lead in this race. Heavy lap traffic though in front of her. And this could probably be where it gets really intense and really crazy. You see Bean Wiebe almost pushed up into the wall by the 08. Bean Wiebe going to go a lap down, I believe. 3 wide, you see the 26 Daniel Voiles getting his lap back. Sarah's stuck up top for now. This is going to allow second place to probably reel her in a little bit. Now Sarah getting past the 55, Bean Wiebe. He is going to go a lap down early in this race. Bean trying to fight back on the outside line. And in front of the race leader, there's at least 7-8 drivers that she has to try to get around. Sahara running that middle line. I'm not sure how long the tires and fuel are going to last in this race. Look at her. She's going to go back up top into the side of the 02 Logan York. Here comes the 55 Bean Wiebe trying to get past the 16. Lap traffic has been a very interesting factor, but Tony Hernandez not close enough to that 16. She has a big enough gap that when that 16 when that 00 gets clear of any lap traffic, he's got more because the 16 is passing them left and right. There is second place, the 00 Tony Hernandez. He's got Brendan Hancock right behind him. I think Brendan might have a better car at this point in the race than that 00. Brendan just trying to get past, but right now, I mean, it's hard. You've got so many drivers that are a lap down. You're trying to get past all of them, but it is a little difficult. Ooh, Tony going up the track a little bit. Here comes the 12, Brendan Hancock. Somebody blew up, I think. That's 13 of Colin Murphy. Well, that happened. The 12 and the 00 made some contact. Brendan definitely has a faster car. Just cannot get around that 00. '16 Sarah Rocha trying to get past the 26 and the 14. Daniel Voiles did unlap himself. 14 Jackson Kelsey, he is a lap. Well, he'll be a lap down here shortly. Thought he was already lapped down. Maybe not. No, not yet. Now he is. So about a 2-second lead for that 16. 6 lap cars between her and second place Tony Hernandez. Right now, it looks like there's just a lot of single file racing. Battle for 10th place, Skylar Rocha trying to get past Jeremiah Dwayne. Skylar's been very good here at Bristol. Won the Season 2 race here. Almost won the Season 1 race until he blew... Actually, no, he did win the Season 1 race. Won the Season 1 race. He was running in second when the number 1 of Aiden O'File had blown up on the restart. Skylar took the lead and led the last 20 laps. See Brendan Hancock, he got past the 00 of Tony Hernandez. Gonna be interesting to see how this 12 does. Can Brendan catch up to the 16, Sahara Rocha? Sahara has put so many lap cars between her and Brendan. 7 cars between her and the 12. Back here, a lot of side-by-side racing. Look at the 9 of Bruzero moving into third. Tony going to fall back to fourth. And here comes Andy Rollo as well. Andy Rollo going to take fourth place away. There's the 4 of Robbie Bannister. He's trying to work his way into the top 5. So Tony Hernandez went from second. Now to... Oh, caution flag is out. I'm not sure what happened. Actually, I don't know what happened at all. Who was that? I don't see anybody with damage. Oh, maybe the 15? Yeah, I'm not really sure. We'll have to go ahead and look at the replay. I have no idea who was in that crash. There are some skid marks on the track. So caution flag number 1 coming out near the halfway point of this race. See the 16, Sarah Rocha, coming down pit road. And I'm sure the rest of the field will as well. Hunter Blade is on pit road, so he might have some damage. Oh, the 73, Carter Joey, he does have damage, so We'll have to look at that 73. He could be... I don't know why the 16 is speeding on pit road. 73 could be where the caution flag is started. See the 13, Colin Murphy, piston issues. He is out of the race. I guess everybody is speeding on pit road. I have no idea. Interesting. So, the 16, Sarah Rocha is the race leader. Will she have problems on pit road, or will she be able to get out first? Well, she almost... Oh, no, she did get out front. That's good for her. I thought that was the 9 of Bruce Zero right there, but that is actually the 38 of Axel Zero. So let's go ahead, let's show you guys what happened. I believe it was with the 73 of Carter Joey. Alright, well, we basically see right there what happened. Off of turn number 4, or turn 2, I'm sorry. 50 of Laura Lee Wiebe hit the 73. Carter Joey came back up the track. They made more contact. And just into the wall, the 73 went. Laura Lee does not have much damage. They were lucky that that did not take out more drivers. So the 16, Sahara Rocha, is the race leader. There are a couple drivers that are on the tail end of the lead lap. Actually, quite a bit of drivers, I believe. '73 of Carter Joey, he is in 23rd position. From 23rd back to 29th, they are on the tail end of the lead lap. And then you've got all the drivers that are a lap down, starting on the inside line. This is going to be a very wild restart. We've got the race leader, Sahara Rocha, back here. Andy Rollo, the 75, running in second. Brinton fell back to 4th. And up in 3rd is the 4 of Robbie Bannister. So green flag back out in the air. Sahara Rocha will take the lead, or the green, and she will lead into turn 1 and 2. She is on the outside, though. Nobody can get down low yet. A lot of drivers going to get their laps back and stay on the tail end of the lead lap as well. There's some contact up at the front. The 99, Destiny Borg. Caution flag is not out, I don't think. Oh, now the 26 into the wall. The leader, Sahara Rocha, involved. And everybody going to pile in. Laura Lee Wiebe has huge damage. Caution flag out for the second time. A huge game changer. Race leader, Sahara Rocha. She is going to lose the lead. Now Andy Rollo is going to have the lead. And this is only going to leave us with 4 drivers on the tail end of the lead lap. Or 4 drivers a lap down. So Robbie Bannister now running in second. Oh my gosh, that was quite the interesting moment in this race. You see the 26, Daniel Voiles, I think he is out of the race. Laura Lee Wiebe as well, I think she is out. Not sure where her car is. I think she might have already retired. Maybe not. So we need to go back first and watch the 99 of Destiny Borg. So coming off a turn 4, she got clipped by the 26 Daniel Voiles. Noah Kim also got a little piece of that. Cole DeMarco, the 1, he got some damage. Everybody did a great job at not crashing there, but they ended up crashing a little bit further up. Show you on board with Cole DeMarco, the number 1. Crash starts happening here. Ooh, 26. Got hit pretty hard by the 1. And that could have been a huge crash. That could have taken out a lot of drivers. And I don't think it really took out as many as we thought. Let's show you on board with the 16, Sahara Rocha. Well, we'll just show you this view. So the 26, he comes up. He got hit by the 1. When Ron Jackson comes back up the track, hits the 26, and then you see Sahara Rocha got involved there. A lot of drivers. The 18, Mike Afton, he got some pretty big damage. A lot of drivers did get damaged, but I don't think it's really going to hurt them that much. The 50 of Laura Lee, if she's still in this race, that's going to be a miracle for her. Brendan Hancock, he got a little bit of damage. The 18, Mike Afton, probably the worst damage out of any driver. Between him and that 26, Daniel Voiles. So out of the race. From that crash, the 50, Laura Lee Wiebe, out of the race. Had a good run last week, and unfortunately not going to be able to finish this race. So Andy Rollo is going to restart as the race leader. Robbie Bannister up to second. Third place, Matt Peugeot, and look who's in fourth. That's the 6 of Skylar Rocha. Like we said, he has always run good here at Bristol. And here he is in the top 5. Cars a lap down. The 48, Ryan Benjamin. The 17, Alexander Jones. Destiny Borg. And the 26 of Daniel Voiles. So can Ryan get a better run, better restart than the 75? Green flag is in the air. And no, it is going to be Andy Rollo. Ryano is going to hold up second place. Robbie Bannister going to fall back a little bit. Off of turn 2, you see the 17 and the 99 trying to catch up to the race leader. 26, Daniel Voiles, pretty slow on the track. He's got some damage. Matt Peugeot way up the track. .26 trying to get out of everyone's way, but he really can't go anywhere right now. Tavis Haken, Brendan Hancock behind him. A lot of 2 and 3 wide further back here. Look at that, Bean Wiebe and Callie Hancock, 3 wide in the back of the field. And Callie gonna fall back. Sarah Rocha, the 16, she is up in 14th position after being involved in that last caution. And Callie Hancock, she is going to fall all the way to the back. There's a crash. Who is it? The 94, Hunter Blade, the 10. The 02 involved. So caution flag number 3. Hunter Blade, heavy damage on his car. Oh, the 75, Andy Rollo, the race leader. The 26 into him. Man, oh man, this race is not being good for the race leaders. You see Ron Jackson spins Carl Hernandez out at the bottom. But Andy Rollo, huge damage on his car. I'm not sure what happened there. Daniel Voiles, even more damage to his car now. And now I believe the 24 of Matt Peugeot is going to be the race leader. And I think the 48, the 17, and 99 are on the lead lap. Well, no, there's Andy Rollo. He'll go back to the lead. Hunter Blade on pit road. I think his night is done. So Andy Rollo, I don't think is going to repair his damage. We are over halfway now. Let's go ahead and show you the 94 of Hunter Blade. Oh, Hunter Blade is back out on the track. You know, they were racing really close, really aggressively. And it was the 08 car, Carl Hernandez, spinning the 94 out. And, oh, the 10, the 00, or the 02. Cole DeMarco yet again involved in another crash. And let's go ahead and show you the 75 now of Andy Rollo. Oh, Ryan Benjamin spun him out. And then you see the 26 just pound the back of that car. We saw under caution, Ron Jackson spun the 08 out. And I think that was because of the 08 causing the crash that he had caused. Ron wasn't too happy with that. He spun the 08 out. So still under caution, the 75 Andy Rollo does have damage. However, he is not coming down pit road. He wants to stay out. 5 drivers a lap down. Robbie Bannister has fallen back to 4th. Skyler up to 3rd. See the 26 of Daniel Voiles back out on the track. The 1 of Cole DeMarco coming down pit road. Daniel Voiles, there's not much of his car left. I mean, it just looks like a car at the junkyard. 9400 blade as well. He's got some damage. Cole DeMarco on pit road, so he could go a lap down. So restart. Is this 75 of Andy Rollo going to be fast enough now to hold the 48 or any other driver off? He's got damage. I don't know if that's going to hurt him or not. See the 94 and the 26 now joining the inside line. But here we go. Andy Rollo going to try to get another good restart. Green flag in the air, but no, Ryan Benjamin is going to get a good restart this time. Thought that was going to happen. You see the 17 now going past as well. Destiny Borg. And here comes the 4 of Robbie Bannister for the lead. Here comes Skylar Roach now underneath of the 75 and 24. Skylar going to try to go to 2nd. And now Robbie Bannister is out front. He missed Season 2 completely. Well, in the Cup and Truck Series part at least. He was in the ARCA Series. And here he is now leading this race. Destiny Borg, Alexander Jones, and Ryan Benjamin have got their laps back. Robbie down on the inside. He is going to put Destiny a lap down again. In the back of the field, there is a lot of action happening. 26 Daniel Voiles very slow on this restart. I think they had went 4 wide. Looks like the 15 of Colby Harris was on pit road. He comes back out on the track. 73 Carter Joey almost in the back of the 21 of Kyle Vickers. Oh, and somebody's on pit road. I think that might be the 1 of Cole DeMarco. Just hit the inside pit wall. That means the 48 and the 17 of Ryan Benjamin and Alexander Jones, they are on the lead lap. Destiny Borg still a lap down. '15 Colby Harris still on pit road. Not sure. I think it was the 1 of Cole DeMarco. He is not on pit road. I think he already retired. Yeah, there he is. The number 1 has retired. So the 4 of Robbie Bannister is the race leader. Skylar Roach is 2nd. 3rd, Tavis Haken, the number 95, having a great run. Matt Bouchot and Andy Rollo round out the top 5. Then you've got the 51, Foxy Pirate, back in 6th. The 00 of Tony Hernandez, 7th. 8th is Ricky Freeman Jr., who started last. You've got Chris Spletzer and Brendan Hancock rounding out the top 10. Doing a pretty good job in this race. We're a little over halfway. The 9 of Bruzero started this race by leading about the first 10 or 15 laps. The 16 of Sahara Rocha took the lead away and led about the next 85 laps. She was involved in a crash. She is running 12th. 9 of Bruzero running back in 22nd position. A couple drivers out of the race. Cole DeMarco, he just hit the pit wall. You got the 50 of Laura Lee Weeby involved in a crash earlier. And 13 of Colin Murphy out from a mechanical failure. Let's go ahead and actually show you the 1 of Cole DeMarco. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. I did see it when he came down pit road. Not sure why. It's just a really weird glitch. Bam. Into the pit wall, and he is out. Four drivers still a lap or more down. So Robbie Bannister in the lead. He has a 1 Cup Series win. That was at Talladega back in Season 1. Might I add who finished second in that race? Where is he at? There he is, number 8 of Ron Jackson. He has finished second more than any driver in this series. He has gotten a second at Daytona last week, a second at Talladega. He's had a second at California. I believe he's had a second, I don't even know where else, but he's had a few more second place finishes. I think Atlanta might be one, Las Vegas. That 8 of Ron Jackson, he is due for a win. Hasn't had it yet. He is going to have to keep fighting. So restart, Robbie Bannister on the outside, Destiny Borg on the inside. Can Destiny bring that inside line with her and possibly get a good restart? Green flag in the air. Oh, maybe. She is almost there, but Robbie Bannister just clears the 99. Now for turn 2, it is already a mad dash. Robbie Bannister will easily take the lead and start to pull away. 95, Tavis Haken up to second. Skylar Rocha falling back to third. Fourth now is Matt Pichot. And look at this. A lot of 3 wide. Oh, some contact in the back. Carter Joey, I think, might be around. He's not around, but they are hitting each other left and right up here. 12, Brendan Hancock. He has fallen back. The 75, Andy Rollo in front of him. I think Andy is holding that 12 up. See 3 wide, Carter Joey, Jeff Light, Carl Hernandez. Oh, a little bit of contact, the 75, 96. 75 went back down low and hit Jeff Light. These restarts are getting more and more intense. See Ron Jackson, Jacob Britt. They were 3 wide with that 75 and 12 for a second. And the 12, Brendan Hancock, unfortunately going to fall back close to last place. He was running up in the top 10. Now he gets past the 75 of Andy Rollo. That's great to see that. Up at the front, Tavis Haken trying to get past Destiny Borg. What about that 22, Jeremiah Dwayne, almost in 5th place? And behind him, that's the 16th, Sahara Roach. She is in 7th position. And Sahara had, oh wow, look at that, Jeremiah up the track. Now Sahara going to take 6th place. Mike Afton, Osman Hamid. Oh, caution flag out yet again. Oh, the 7 of Reese Splitzer into the wall. Into the wall hard. Oh my gosh, there's a huge crash. The 02 Logan York, I think that's Kyle Vickers. Logan York upside down. The 7, heavy damage there. Sam Oskin, that was the 5. What in the world happened? Oh, Kyle Vickers just into everybody. Hit the 99 Destiny Borg. And hit the 4 of Robbie Bannister. I have no idea what happened for that crash. Let's go ahead and look and see. A lot of skid marks. Reese Splitzer, another bad race. Jeff Light. Oh, Jeff Light came down, hit Noah Kim, and I mean, you see the crash starting way up there too, and that just huge crash. Holy moly! Watch again. A lot of drivers got together. This was around 20th position. That was a hard hit for the 7 of Reese Spletzer. Noah Kim was involved. He got some pretty big damage. Jeff Light as well. Again, let's just watch this, the way this crash starts. So the 96 slides up, hits the 7, comes back down. He's going to hit the 54. As these drivers back here are already making contact, Callie starts to spin Ron out, and 21 Kyle Vickers, he hit the back of Noah Kim. Sam Adoskin, he got some damage. Let's go ahead and show you now what happened to the rest of the drivers that were in the back of the field. Watch the 21, the 5, and everyone else that piles in here. Man, Logan York upside down. That is unfortunate for him. Barrel rolling. 75 Andy Rollo yet again involved in the crash. Sam Odoskin, he had a hard hit. He is going to be out of the race. Go ahead and run on board with Kyle Vickers. Oh my. Well, Kyle Vickers not out of the race yet. Heavy damage though. The 7 of Reese Spletzer, the 5, Sam Odoskin, they're both out. Logan York as well, he is out from that crash. Looks like we only have, what, 4 drivers, I think, on the lap or more down section. Not too bad. Almost everybody's still on the lead lap. That's running in this race, at least. Robbie Bannister has some damage to the back of his car. 16 Sarah Roach back in 6th. Got Skylar Roach up in 4th. 45 Osman Hamid back in 10th. A lot of drivers. 14 of Jackson Kelsey. He is in 7th position. He was a lap down earlier. He's doing pretty good right now. Here we go, restart. With 71 laps to go, Robbie Bannister going to get a great start. Tavis Haken might be able to clear that 99 of Destiny Borg. Oh, maybe not. Sarah Rocha gets down low. 14 Jackson Kelsey stuck on the outside. Here comes the 3, the 18. Jackson going to try to get a good run, get past that 94. Hunter Blade on the outside. Jackson Kelsey is clear, I believe, of that 94. Ooh, almost. Jackson slides up the track. Back here, 3 wide. A lot of drivers trying to fight for position, trying to get to the front. Look at Bryson Bannister, that number 10. He's got damage. He is moving up quite a bit. Osman Hamid on the outside. He's going to get passed by teammate Aquan Hazem, the 44, on the inside. The driver on pit road, I'm not sure who that was. That's the 21, Kyle Vickers. Well, you see the 95, Tavis Aiken, he has fallen back to 5th. Up to 2nd is the 6 of Skylar Rocha. He just has to get past Destiny Borg. 3rd place, the 24, Matt Pouchot. And you've got the 16 of Sahara Rocha up in 4th. And caution flag back out. Oh, it looks like it's the 9 of Bruce Zero this time. So Bruce Zero. Oh, Bean Weeby. Oh my gosh. Unfortunate for you. Bean Weeby has not had good luck in this series. And here he is on pit road. Heavy damage to his 55. We all thought it was going to be the 55 of Bean Weeby's year. Bean had a horrible, rough start to Season 2. He had a win at Texas. But that just, the win has not been able to carry over. He had some good finishes after that, but that's his only win. And man, oh man, he is going to DNF tonight here at Bristol. Let's go ahead and show you what happened. I think the 9 might have been involved with that crash of Bruce Zero. Let's go ahead and find out. Looks like, oh, the 2 of Brian Lancaster gets into the 9, and, oh, being maybe hard damage, hard contact, huge damage to that car. There was nowhere that Bruce could have went. That was all the 2 of Brian Lancaster. I'll show you here again. Brian just tried to make a move on Bruce, and Bean, very hard hit into the inside wall. Bean Weeby's race, unfortunately, done. Past the halfway point. So he will finish 36th. But he does have a teammate, Tavis Aiken, up in 5th place. So Robbie Bannister's still out front. Destiny Borg, the 99, trying to get her lap back. She's been close, but has not been able to complete the pass over the 4. Should be going back to green next time by. They say cautions breed cautions, and that is definitely true right now. We're seeing caution after caution. So the 4, Robbie Bannister, gonna bring them to the green. 6 drivers on the inside, a lap down. A lot of damage drivers now on the inside. 99 of Destiny Borg has been trying to get a good start to get her lap back. Saw Ryan Benjamin, Alexander Jones earlier. They got their laps back. And the green flag is back in the air. And Destiny will get a great start this time. Her and the 15 of Colby Harris going to go down low. And there's a lot of 3 wide behind him. Look at this, the 24 Matt Bouchot now. Possibly going to try to battle for the lead. Destiny Borg gets her lap back. And here goes Matt, the 24, to the front. He is going to get past Robbie Bannister easily. Skylar Rocha there as well. He is going to try to attack. Back in the field, a lot of 2 and 3 wide racing again. This is where all of the action has been happening on these restarts. You do not want to be stuck in this mess. Everybody just trying to maneuver and get past. Look at Ron Jackson. He is doing pretty well, at least so far on this restart. Nearing the top 10. Ron up in 14th. Trying to get that W for his team. Oh, and there's a crash in front of him. And Ron's going to be involved. The 44, the 08, the 3, the 73. The 44. I think the 12, Brendan Hancock, got some damage. Callie Hancock involved. The 99, the 15, they get their laps back. So caution flag back out yet again. And the 24, Matt Peugeot out front. Second place, the 6 of Skylar Rocha, inching towards the front. Robbie Bannister had fallen back to 3rd. Tavis Aiken 4th. 5th is Mike Afton. Look back here in 6th place, the 14, Jackson Kelsey. Not a great finish last week at Daytona. Running in 6th place right now. Got Nottingham Scott. He was a lap down earlier in 7th place now. 8th place, Sahara Rocha. I don't know how she's been able to retaliate as well as she has tonight. Then you got Foxy Pirate and Jeremiah Dwayne, the absolute unit, back in 10th. Let's go ahead and show you what happened. I forget who the crash had actually started with. Oh, it was up here more. That's right. And a lot of contact in this crash. Started off at turn 2. The 51 Foxy Pirate hits the 26, and the 08 goes around, and everybody just collected, and a lot of damage with a lot of drivers. Let's go ahead and run on board with 3 of Chris Splutzer. See what he saw from this crash. And Chris was able to, for the most part, get stopped. I think Ryan Benjamin might have hit the back of the 3. Ryan Benjamin riding on board with him, the number 48. Oh, actually Ryan didn't do a bad job. He was able to get by with very minimal damage. Go ahead and ride on board with the number 9 now of Bruise Zero. He was up near the front of this thing. And he got by with very minimal damage. Everybody did. But Bruiser is a lap down. He is on the inside, getting ready for the restart. 21 of Kyle Vickers beside the 24 of Matt Show. Now, I believe all the drivers that are a lap down now have pretty heavy damage on their cars. They've been involved in some type of crash tonight. So 24 Matt Show going to lead the field to the green. And we are back underway. Green flag in the air. 21 Kyle Vickers got a good start now. Look at Robbie Bannister. He is down. Well, he could go down low if he really wanted. If he could. If he could get down low. There he goes. Skyler down low as well. This is going to be a race for the lead. Skyler Rocha out front here at Bristol. And this is not good for the rest of the field. That number 6 is very good here at Bristol. He does have, I believe it's just 1 win. He ran good last season. Did not get the win, though. From what I remember, if I remember correctly. Skyler Rocha out front here at Bristol. Robbie Bannister now second. Tavis Haken now running in third, the number 95. Fourth is the 24, Matt Pichot. Back here fifth, Mike Afton, the number 18, trying to get past Hunter Blade. He is having a hard time. 94 a little bit slower. You see in the back of the field, Nottingham Scott 3 wide. There's Ron Jackson, the 8. He was involved in that last caution. Trying to move up through the field and gain some positions that he did lose. Ron nearing the top 10. The Skylar Rocha has about a half a second lead over the 4 of Robbie Bannister. Tabs taken third, fourth is Matt Pichot, and fifth, Mike Afton. That is your top 5 with less than 50 to go. Robbie starting to catch up to that number 6. Battle for 10th place, the 2, Brian Lancaster, trying to get past the 45. He will get past, so he'll go up to 10th. 26, Daniel Boyles. His car is looking smaller and smaller. A little compact car compared to the rest of these drivers. He has been involved in a lot of crashes tonight. He is just trying to ride around and finish this race. See Ron Jackson, Jeremiah Dwayne, Jacob Britt, they're all going past him, and the 45. Back here, a lot of these drivers have been involved in the last couple of crashes. Some of them not really into the crashes that bad. Not a lot of crash damage on their cars. But it's definitely hindered some of these drivers, putting them back in the field, trying to gain positions, trying to get past the lap cars. which is never an easy task, as you can see the 6 of Skylar Roach are trying to do. And he is losing some time. Robbie Bannister is starting to pull in that number 6. Starting to reel him in now. This time it's going to be 40 laps to go at Bristol. Skylar not able to get past the 21 of Kyle Vickers. Here is Robbie Bannister. Skylar was up a little too high that time. And Robbie right behind that 6. Don't count out that number 95, Tavis Haken. The 21 Kyle Vickers trying to stay on the lead lap. I believe Kyle's actually another lap down still. Yeah, he is only 1 lap down now. So if he would need a caution right now, he'd have to restart this race again and try to get his lap back one more time to be on the lead lap. So who is going to punch their ticket into the playoffs along with Callie Hancock? Callie already has a win. It's a good thing for her because she is running it deep in the field tonight. She was involved in that last caution. Look at this, the 51 Foxy Pirate. He's in 10th. He's got a couple drivers behind him trying to get into the top 10. 39 of Jacob Britt. There's Ron Jackson, Jeremiah Dwayne, and a couple other drivers. Oh, you see Destiny Borg on pit road. She just got her lap back. And these guys are already catching the back of the field. So now Skylar has not only 1 driver, but he's got a couple drivers to get past. Skylar going to try to go up top through the middle. Here comes Robbie Bannister for the lead. Robbie Bannister going to take the lead away from Skylar. And while they're battling, here comes the 95 of Tavis Haken. Tavis running in 3rd. So Robbie Bannister back out front. Skylar 2nd. Here comes the 95. 99 Destiny Borg back out on the track. Couple laps down now, unfortunately for her. She's going to merge back in front of some of the lead lap drivers. Mike Afton way up the track. Look at us still battling for 2nd, but here is the 95 Tavis Haken. Tavis going to go down low. Not going to get a good run yet. Here is battle for 2nd. Robbie Bannister has gotten past that 21 Kyle Vickers. And Tavis is going to be able to get past that 21 as well. Here comes the 18 of Mike Afton and the 16 of Sahara Rocha. We have not really talked about that 16 since her crash. And she's running in the top 5, less than a second away from the race leader. Well, a little more than a second. Robbie Bannister starting to lap drivers left and right. He is pulling away. Less than 30 to go. These drivers need to catch him, or at least need to have him in some heavy lap traffic if they want a shot at getting past that race leader. Robbie doing a great job. Here is the 95, Tavis Haken. He is reeling in the 4 of Robbie. Skylar back here in 3rd. He was finally able to get past the 21 of Kyle Vickers. Will we have a late race restart, or will we go all the way to the end? Destiny Borg's still on pit road. I'm not sure what's going on with her. Robbie continuing just to pass drivers. Hunter Blade, Daniel Voiles about to go another lap down. The 2nd and 3rd place drivers, they're catching these cars at the right time. They're able just to go right past them. Robbie as well has had some pretty good luck. We started off this race with a very long green flag run, and we might end with the green flag run as well. Not nearly as long as that initial start. That was over 85. Oh, that was 85 laps of green flag racing. Robbie took a little bit of time to get past that 26, Daniel Voiles. And here is Tavis Haken and Skylar Rocha, second and third. Robbie trying to hold on for another 21 laps to get his first win in Season 3. This would be his second career win if he could get it. If the 6, Skylar Rocha, can get up here, this would be his second win at Bristol. Tavis Haken, third place. The gap's been about the same between the top 3 drivers. And everyone else starting to fall back further. The question now is, will we have a late race caution and a restart? Should see Robbie getting ready to go past Andy Rollo, put him a lap down. Andy was the race leader. He led this race earlier. He was involved in a pretty big crash. That took him out of contention. He has not been nearly as fast since that crash. And Robbie going to put him a lap down. He's going down low. Robbie was caught behind him a little bit longer than he wanted to be. Tavis and Skylar have both caught the 4 of Robbie. But Robbie starting to pull away again. So 15 laps to go this time by. 15 green flag laps here go by pretty quick. It could be another couple minutes and we will know who is the winner of this race. As Robbie's starting to pull away from Tavis. Skylar trying to get past Tavis Haken back here for second. Has not been able to. It's almost like a teeter-totter. One lap Robbie's faster, the next lap Tavis is faster. Robbie Bannister continuing to close, open the gap. Tavis trying to close it, but it's not happening. Yeah, if we were to get a caution here within 10 to go and a restart, it would be a single file restart, and if these top 3 drivers don't have any lap cars between them, that could really mess up Robbie's race. And that could make it any one of these drivers' races. It could be Robbie's, it could be Tavis's, or Skylar's. But they're just too far back now. They are losing a lot of ground each lap. And then, of course, now this lap they gain. They're gaining a little bit. It's like they'll gain on 1 lap and lose 2 laps. And it looks like that's kind of how it's been. In front of the race leader, that is the 11 of Callie Hancock, the 08 of Carl Hernandez. They're about to go a lap down. Less than 10 to go. 9 laps remain in this race. Robbie Bannister still out front. Still has about the same gap. I think it is too late for those 2 drivers unless something big happens. Side by side in front of the race leader, almost. This might be a little bit of an issue for Robbie. Trying to get past the 08 and the 11. They're both pretty quick cars. Callie was up near the top 10 at one point in this race. She does have a little bit of damage, but that shouldn't really hurt her too much. So these drivers could possibly slow Robbie Bannister up a little bit. Robbie trying to get past. Here comes Tavis Haken on the inside. Robbie up top. Robbie is going to lose the lead to Tavis Haken. Robbie got up top, and that is not what that's not what Robbie wanted to see. Tavis now side by side with Robbie. Skylar is here as well. Who is going to get the lead? Robbie still has it. 5 to go. And it's going to be Tavis Aiken with the lead off of turn 2. Now Skylar Rocha moving into second. Skylar can smell the blood in the water. He is trying to get past that 95. Robbie back to third. Robbie was so close to his first win of the season. This time by, it's going to be 3 laps to go. Skylar Rocha trying to set the 95 of Tavis Aiken up. 95, Tavis Aiken trying to hold Skylar off for the win. It's going to be 2 laps to go this time by. The number 95, Tavis out front. 2 to go here at Bristol, and they are so close to each other. Sahara Rocha as well. She's up in 4th. She is within a second of these drivers. Off of turn 4, it's going to be the 95, Tavis Aiken taking the white flag. 1 more lap to go here at Bristol. Can Tavis hold Skylar off? Tavis went up a little bit higher than Skylar, but he got a good run off the turn. And off of turn number 4, it's going to be the 95, Tavis Aiken. Dave Smith is going to clinch his championship position. He will join Callie Hancock into the round of 16 when we get to that point after race 12. So the 95, Tavis Aiken, won the race, took a couple laps, I guess, to get past Robbie. See everyone retiring. They're all done with the race, but I don't know, it just shows that they're retired anyway. So Tavis wins the race. Skylar Rocha second. Almost got his second victory here at Bristol. Robbie was so close to clinching his championship position, and he will finish third. Sahara Rocha, 4th. Great rebound for her after being involved in a crash a little after the halfway point. She fell back as far as 23rd, and she will come up to finish 4th. Mike Afton finished 5th. You see Jackson Kelsey, another good run for him. Another good rebound for this driver. He will move up to 6th. He was a lap down in the beginning of this race. Got his lap back, and he has got 6th place. Brian Lancaster 7th, Matt Peugeot 8th. Jeremiah Dwayne, Tony Hernandez finish out the top 10. Jacob Britt was able to finish 11th. Good run for him. Same with Ron Jackson, 12th place. Ron actually might be the points leader today. We'll have to go check. Bryson Bannister, with all his damage, he finished 13th, not bad. Nottingham Scott, Noah Kim, 16th and 17th. Not a bad run for either of those drivers. They both had their issues, both had their crashes. Brendan Hancock, he fell back to 18th. See, Ryan, he was a lap down earlier in this race, finished 20th. Not a terrible finish. Ricky Freeman Jr. started last, 23rd for him. Chris Spletzer, he fell back to 24th, unfortunately for him. He was involved in one of those last cautions. Alexander Jones, 25th. You see Callie Hancock back in 26th position after winning the Daytona 500. See some of the other drivers. Andy Rollo, he was the leader at one point. Jeff White, he was on the lead lap, but he fell outside of the top 20 and fell a lap down. Bruce Zero as well. He will finish 32nd, 2 laps down. He had a great race going until that. Then you see Destiny Borg out of the race. Bean Weeby, Reese Spletzer, Sam Oskin, Logan York, Cole DeMarco, Laura Lee Weeby, and Colin Murphy all had issues tonight. Unfortunate for those drivers. Most of them were having good runs. And it didn't work out for most of them. So, let's go ahead and see what the points are like after race number 2 for Division 1. Points have definitely, I would assume, shaken up a lot. Tavis Aiken, the second driver in to the championship. So 12 drivers will get a shot at winning a race. 16 will go into the playoffs. We know Callie Hancock and Tavis Aiken are a part of the playoffs so far. Let's go ahead and look at the points. We'll see you in a few seconds. And here are the points after race number 2. You see with Tavis Aiken's win, he will move up to 1st in the points. Callie will fall back to 7th. You see Ron Jackson, he is 2nd in points, 4 behind. So let's go ahead and look at the top 16 drivers. Top 16 are in the championship. Brendan Hancock has the final position over Jacob Britt and Noah Kim. Even Tony Hernandez, Daniel Voiles, Bruce Zero, Axel Zero, they are so close to the 16th place position. So very tight right now. Osman Hamid, Matt Bichot, Bryson Bannister, the top 5. Skyler in 6th place. Callie saw 7th place for her. Her and Tavis both have a win. Then you have Ryan Benjamin in 8th place. You have Jackson Kelsey. He is in 9th. 10th place, Sahara Rocha. Jeremiah Dwayne, Nonigan Scott, Carter Joey. Robbie Bannister as well. He did a pretty good job today after DNFing last week at Daytona. Finished in the top 5. He is 14th. Mike Afton and Brendan Hancock round out the top 16. Let's look at some of the biggest gainers. I think the biggest one probably is Skylar Rocha. Gained 17 positions. He was out of the race at Daytona last week. Finished 2nd today. He will gain 17 positions. 13 positions gained for Tavis Haken. 15 positions gained for Sahara Rocha. Sahara was, I don't think she was not in a crash. Well, she was in a crash, but she rebounded decent. Actually, the biggest gain is here. Robbie Bannister, 21 positions. He gained 21 positions just from tonight's race. I would say the biggest loser would probably be the 26 Daniel. Actually, no. The biggest loser back here is, I believe that's the 13 Colin Murphy and Sam Odoskin as well. And there's Carl Hernandez and, man, who else? Laura Lee Wiebe. All these drivers, they just had horrible races tonight. Nothing they could do. A lot of drivers were caught up in other people's accidents, and that's just kind of how it goes. Hunter Blade making his first start in 42nd position in points. Not a great way to have a comeback race, but he is in the series, so he is going to hopefully do better next week. We will just have to wait and see. So, next week, we go to Michigan, and that has always been a wild track in the All-Star Offline Racing Series. We'll see if it's the same way next week. Division 2 is going to be Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Division 1 will be Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you guys like the video, please go ahead, subscribe, like, and comment the video. That would be amazing. We are going to be adding more gaming videos here soon. We're doing a lot of video editing, so that's why we really haven't been online as much. So we'll see you guys then. Hopefully you enjoyed the race. Hopefully you guys just keep coming back and enjoying every race we post and any other video. Until then, we'll see you guys next weekend at Michigan. Have a great night.